fun, meaning fun. Living in the field. What work for you might not work for me. I dropped everything when it chased my dream. Thought I was crazy.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Simpson in the building. We got another episode of Simpson League Podcast. We got another bang on the Upstanding Gentleman. We got your boy Zell, Mike Simpson, Garrett Jones, Shim, Marcus, Slick in the building. We back here talking hoops. What's going on, everybody? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Last episode was definitely decent. Appreciate everybody for being here. I appreciate everybody in the chat for being here. Again, we're trying to do at least new people on here every other episode. So please, if y'all want to be locked in, just reach on out and we'll get you on here. We all good to go. We gonna start it off. We're gonna start it off very slow today. We start off very slow today. New York Knicks. All right. They have dwindled down who they want to talk to as far as Mike Brown and Taylor Jenkins. Anybody want to take it on which route they think they should go on this?
Yeah. First off, why did they go through the whole roundabout of asking all them coaches for permission or them teams permission to talk to their coaches? You know they was gonna tell you no. But I feel like that was just just playing games, just trying to puppet show. But if I'm with them, I might go Taylor Jenkins, man. Only because I seen him with a little lesser talent take the Memphis Grizzlies higher than what I feel like they were supposed to go. That team wasn't supposed to be they won like 55, almost 60 games. I'll give Taylor Jenkins a slight edge over Mike Brown.
I mean, Mike Brown took that Sacramento team to the playoffs, though, baby.
Yeah, to the playoffs in the first round exit.
They lit the beam, though. They lit the beam, goddammit. They lit the damn beam, man. What's going on, everybody? Everybody in the comment section, share this video for me, please. Anybody else got anything?
But
well, they're in the East. The last time Mike Brown was in the East was when he was coaching that Cavs team, and with Bron and them for that stretch of years. I mean, they went to the finals with him, so even though I know you didn't have LeBron, it's different. You got arguably the best player to ever play basketball. So, but you do get. I feel like they're probably gonna sign a coach before they make any trades or anything. But I mean, I feel like either coach will suit them. It just all depends on what they bring back and who they move, because I feel like this NBA offseason, a bunch of teams are going to look different. A lot of teams going to look different, especially the Knicks. That's a big market. People want to go and play in. You already seen a meme, whatever the little video with Giannis talking about. My family loves it over there. He may end up being on the Knicks. So you don't know what that's going to look like.
I wouldn't be mad with Taylor Jenkins. To P point though, I mean, even when Ja was hurt, they was able to stay afloat. I think he gave those guys confidence. He instilled them. They was young, so I think with that, but you got to be. I think Taylor Jenkins is tough-minded as well. I think Mike Brown is too, because when you're in New York, everything is on you. Obviously, a coach went to Eastern Conference Finals and got fired, so it's not an easy job. To P's point though about asking coaches. While they got a coaching job, I did think it was a funny take that somebody had that at this point they think they're trying to hire Rick Brunson, but in order to do so, you try to act like everybody's saying no to last minute. We're gonna hire Rick. We're gonna hire Rick. We couldn't find nobody. Y'all saw we did it. Everybody said no. So I think that'll be funny to watch come out, and we're gonna have to see about that. What you think about that, Shim? Shim, you good? He might be. I don't think Shim can hear us, y'all. Slick, you got anything, Slick?
I think Tate, what's his name? Taylor. I think he's like the safe bet, because I think Mike might be a little bit. He might be too edgy for the New York team, in my opinion. For one, he gonna hold you accountable, which is dope.
Yeah.
I think.
Do they want that nowadays?
Yeah, and I think that core is self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? Just by being under Tibbs, I think I think it'll be more free flowing with Taylor than it will be with Mike. I think it'll be a better um more calm demeanor, more calm setting than Mike would be. I think Mike will really get under their skin. And I don't think if they didn't like Tibbs, they're not gonna like Mike.
Right.
That's my opinion.
What's wrong with Mike Malone that just got fired from Denver? They can't get him.
I think
I know he's still under contract. Denver's still paying him.
Yeah,
I think him and Mike the same person.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they're the same. Yeah.
Oh, Taylor?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
no, Mike
Mike
Malone
Malone.
and Mike Brown. They hard nosed, kind
They
of
the same.
old school type of mentality. Gonna call you out. They ain't afraid to say something about players or say something to a player. So I'm not sure that today's NBA, like everybody can be coached that way in today's NBA.
Yeah, that's a 2000s coach.
So
But
Early
also, don't y'all
2010s
think
coach.
that whatever coach comes, it could be Mike Malone, it could be Mike Brown, it could be Taylor, but I feel like the team gonna be a little bit happier because now, outside of the top six, at least three, maybe four more people may have opportunities to get on the court and play. There ain't gonna be no short leash. Ain't gonna be no short leash of just 6 players. You getting all these minutes. I feel like everybody gonna be able to get a chance. Like it may not be all the same minutes, but that's the league. But at least they bench can be 4, maybe 5 deep if possible.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a good point.
I feel like whoever gets the job, man, it's gonna come down to their strategy, man. You can't just pound that ball all day, man.
Yeah, I like the stuff Mike Malone was running over in Denver.
There got to be some
few years,
some flowing going on. But then my thing is,
really before.
if you got somebody like Cat who because I take it we kind of talking about Cat a little bit as far as under my skin and ruffling feathers.
Yeah.
Like at this point, it's like, do you want him to play free? Like how you want it? I don't know. Is he gonna stay behind the 3-point line? What he gonna do? Do you need to have Cat on some do you do your thing and everybody coach everybody else, or do you need a micro, on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you gotta hone in on Cat, especially if you keeping him. Like he can't float to the 3-point line 70%, 80% of the game. Like he did it in the playoffs more. He got to that paint a little bit more. But I feel like because he don't do it as often, they're not used to it. So it's not like a go-to right away. It's like it's a plug-in, and it's not something they go to often. I feel like if next year they got to get a leash on him and let him know, yo, you got to get more touch-ups in that post because that's gonna help. That's gonna help Brunson out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie though. Do you, as a coach, would you want that job?
That's another.
Would you want it? For me, I'm Eastern Conference Finals, bro, and I'm gone. So each year is gonna be a 1-year deal.
No,
is that what we're doing?
I would say
I don't think, and like we said here before, I don't think it was necessarily about how far they got. It was just the fact that, hey, when y'all got here,
y'all
should have won. They should have beat Indiana, and it was like y'all your scheme wasn't right, and it was like a fundamental thing because it's like fundamentally this is what Tom Thibodeau believes in. You believe in playing this type of basketball, and it was like at this point there is no changing your philosophy, because changing your philosophy you're gonna have to change. You know what I mean? It's gonna be too much. So it's like we might as well get somebody else in here. Yeah, you did great. You got us to a certain point, but somebody else gonna have to take us over the top. Because he the way he plays and he's always been this way. Like, I'm only gonna play about 7 guys I trust. I'm gonna run these guys into the ground, and I'm cool on ISO, but he's not big on an offensive scheme. It's like defensively, great, but an offensive scheme, you don't have a lot. So it's like we need to get somebody in here that can do both.
Yeah, I get you.
I
feel like the one person that would have been able to do it, especially if they got the okay from, was Ime, out there in Houston. That would have been a perfect fit.
Perfect.
Young guys, gets them to play hard, and I feel like his attitude fit New York. Whereas I don't really care what y'all got to say. I'm gonna do what I got to do.
Who he say? What name he say?
Udoka from Houston Rockets. The Rockets.
That might have been decent.
If they would have got the okay from them to interview him, I think he would have been the perfect fit for that team.
Absolutely.
I got a sub question. Do y'all think they need to move some pieces? Do they think y'all think they need to move their 4?
Who is
Depending
that?
on what they're getting.
Mikal, Cat, OG, and Bridges. I mean, Jalen. Do they keep the 4? I think they keep them.
Yeah, I don't think
they keep them, and I think they go in a free agency.
All you
and
got to
find
do
somebody.
is get a bench.
Yeah.
Make your bench, run it back, make your bench stronger. You got a new staff. See what that look like. I think before blowing it all up, because at the end of the day,
I wouldn't blow it up.
I don't. If you just look at free agency, it's not much out there. So to just be blowing the team up, just to be doing it, I don't think it'll be smart. Moving on though, man. I mean, Kevin Durant has been in all type of highlights as far as him on Twitter and him having these ghost accounts and all this kind of stuff. It was brought to his attention on Twitter X, and this is what the young lady had to say to him. No disrespect, you're one of the best and most skilled players in the NBA history, but ever since leaving Golden State Warriors, you haven't done much, and you're going to be on your 3rd team since then getting traded. I think if you stayed in Golden State, you would have won more championships. Kevin Durant goes and say, I highly disagree. He moves on. Another guy, I don't know about that, KD. I mean, there's plenty of people defending you on this thread, too. I think social media just lets too many people talk, including me. But getting the game off a generational team with no real offense co-star, I don't know if that would get clowned. Some would. Just saying, to me, Iverson is a big basketball god, so him winning and losing doesn't matter. He stamped himself as somebody who loved and cared about being great and pushing the game forward. I know this will be frowned upon, but as a fan, that's enough for me. Then he goes on to talk about he was an all-star, 50, 40, 90 guy, all-NBA, efficient bucket brother. I also got a career high assist one year, hit 30K points, won a couple Olympic golds, and MVP. What a career. I'm still going. I love my life. Is Kevin Durant wrong for checking fans on his legacy post-Warriors? Anybody can take it.
No.
No.
You got a platform, use it. You got a platform, use it.
He ain't being disrespectful.
They don't think they being disrespectful to him either.
Yeah, he throwing out numbers. They throwing out numbers. Ain't nobody got no ill intent. It look like. I just think he acting like he don't know what they talking about now.
That's it. That's it.
Like,
That's it.
You know we in the business of them things, man.
That's it.
In the business of them things, and you supposed to be one of them guys, brother. You didn't play with Kyrie. You didn't play with a few people, brother. It's like, I get it.
Yeah. And y'all know how big of a KD guy I am. I was real disappointed seeing that. Real disappointed. Because to me, you know what I mean? I like I've already got a notion about a lot of this generation where it's more about stats and all this other stuff than winning. And to hear him say that, like, yeah, you did do some good things individually, but when the stuff was on the line, you came up short pretty much every time. And it was like, and besides the year, the Brooklyn year when he stepped on the line, they been getting beat bad in the playoffs. They been getting beat bad in the playoffs when you getting beat 4-1 and getting swept and getting whooped. So it was like for him to say that, I didn't like it. Like, yeah, you should be able to interact with the fans. That's cool. I enjoy that. He retweeted one of my tweets one time a couple years ago. I'm cool with that. But just the fact, like, for what he said, his response was like, nah, this ain't it, bro. And you acting like you know everybody's talking about winning.
Yeah.
Winning, you know what I'm saying? Winning and losing. You talking about all this individual stuff. It's like, I ain't trying to hear that.
KD turned into a body of work guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy that all this stemmed from just one move. Because before, we didn't talk about KD like that. It stemmed from one move, and him going over there with the light-skinned kids, grabbing 2 rings. Like, it stemmed from all this just one move.
So, look, do you think the pressure from all the outside before he went there, as far as if he don't win, he'll never be great if he don't? Because now he's just out here like, it is what it is, bro.
Well, y'all, y'all know. I don't. Well, some of y'all might not know. I'm like the biggest Westbrook fan. So like when they was in OKC, everybody used to criticize Westbrook about his shots and his IQ and stuff here and there. And my whole thing was, okay, if KD is that good, if he's that talented, which he is, I'm not. Don't get me wrong, I'm not disputing that. But to me, Westbrook was the true leader of that team. And ever since they split, outside of KD's Warriors years, like their Westbrook's career has been better as far as like winning. Like he took a bad Wizards team to the playoffs. He was winning OKC when he wasn't there. He was winning Houston, and he won it. The only year he wasn't so great was Lakers, and that how that went. But KD was, I don't mind him going back at fan or not going back, but responding. But at the same time, like Marcus was saying, like you got to win, brother. If you as good as what you're supposed to be, you got to do something. You got to show us something.
I'm a Bron guy, but he was a toe away. He was a toe away to get into the championship, right? Or
Was
championship
they
kind of
up?
fun.
Was they up in that series? If on that game, or was that series? How did that series go with that shot? I can't remember.
I can't recall.
What was it?
That was
they played
game
Milwaukee.
6. I think that was 6.
But to my point, like everywhere KD has been, bro, he's been efficient. He's been solid.
100%.
He's been good. I think it was just everybody around him. Like with Kyrie not taking a vaccine, with Harden coming in out of shape because he was trying to get out of Houston. KD was playing with a hurt Harden and was getting it done.
But you chose
game 7.
At the same time, though, I don't shoot on no bail for that because you chose to tie your legacy to these players. You chose to tie your legacy to guys that is historically injured or coming in out of shape. Like you went over there. You chose to go over there with them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like that. Just like with the whole Anthony Davis thing. We know Anthony Davis was injury prone his whole career. So it's like now he injured. Is you blaming? It's like no, you knew that. So I can't give KD the excuse. And it was years where he got hurt too. We was like, no, y'all was playing good, then you got hurt.
Facts.
So
that's part of the game. Unfortunately,
is it safe to say that he never excelled outside of a system?
No.
Excelled individually? Or are you talking about as a
team
whole?
Success as a whole? Like
hold on,
not forget his accolades.
Think about what he asking now. Take a minute.
If you really think about the reason that the reason he went to Golden State is because he said he loved the style of play.
For sure.
So the system that they ran benefited him because you can literally he could take Clay's spot, he could take Steph's spot, and it'll still run like a machine. If you give him the keys, what do you get in return with him being the head?
I just look at it. I don't think it's a fair question though, Shem, because what I'm saying is because what I'm saying, I appreciate the question. I guess what I'm saying is they've won series without KD. It's hard for me to make it seem like it was just the system and him. It was the team. Like
I was gonna say that, so
I don't think it was like a pick and plug and none of this stuff is his fault, is what I'm saying. The dude shows up every night, bro. Again, a foot away from getting to the finals, bro. With a hurt heart. That's all I'm saying.
But see, even in that, do you remember when their foot was on the line? They went to overtime. He did absolutely nothing in overtime. Scored 0. Shot an air ball at the end.
But he was tired.
I think he was
said he consistently excelled. Consistent as fuck his entire career.
I think he was over in overtime too.
He was over. He was over in overtime. He was
consistent at what though? Like that's what I'm trying to.
No, he's been consistently, and that's what I'm saying. It's like
individually, he's been consistent.
He's been really consistent as far as like, hey, when you look at the box score at the end, I'm like, oh man, he was killing. But then when you're watching the game, sometimes where it's like, hey, and this was my gripe in OKC. It's like you're watching the game sometimes. It's like, hey, the game is online. Go get the ball. And it was like you mad because it's like they supposed to be looking for me instead of like what we seen Halliburton do the other night when he hit the game winner in game 1. I'm running up to you, give it right here. No, don't give it to nobody else. Give it right here. And I didn't see
But
KD do
Halliburton
that
is the
enough.
point guard on the team. He's gonna go get the ball. He's gonna run through him. You gotta think. Put it like this: if you, even though I don't like putting situations where you gotta swap in or swap a player out, but even if he was playing with a player like, let's say you switch Dame for Russ, they go to the finals. They go to the finals. You got Russ is shooting 12 more shots a game than he should be shooting. Against the Memphis Grizzlies, Russ was out there shooting 30 shots a game. Ain't no way Russell Westbrook should shoot the ball more than Kevin Durant. And the ball is in his hand majority of the time. So if we're talking about systems, the system is there. You just have the wrong personnel. Ain't no way KD don't take more shots than Russell Westbrook in a game.
But he only comfortable with taking 12, 13. He don't get over that. If you rarely see him coming out 34, like, let me try to dial.
But I feel like part of that is being a leader. Part of that is being a leader. Part of that is like, and that's the difference between, and it's it's gonna hurt for me to say this, but that's the difference between a LeBron and a KD. LeBron is not gonna allow. He's not gonna allow that to happen. It's like whether I got to get you up out of here or whether I got to tell you, like, hey, bro, you need to pass the ball. For real, he's not gonna
get you up out of here. It's crazy. Allegedly.
But this is how it's supposed to go. Like KD is just more so he'll be like throwing a fit on the side, like they're doing this and like damn, this one he ain't passing. You know what I mean? Instead of like, I'm gonna change this. Like, hey, you have to pass the ball. On this situation, I have to get it. You know what I mean? And it's like he doesn't, and that's part of being a leader. He just wants to. He said it. He just want to get out there and hoop, which is fine.
Well, he tried to do that. He tried to do that in Golden State when Draymond Green.
I was
dumb turnover. You know what?
Oh, that's fact.
Clapping
Clapping got him up out of there. Shit.
I can't play in this system with you. So like, I feel like his situation is at the end of the day, you can be like, yo, I can't play with you. I gotta go.
Hey, but look though, that moment let me know how the world, how the league start viewing KD. Because at first it's like, oh, we getting Slim? Oh, we need Slim. Shorty hit him with the bro. He was winning without you. Don't forget
but that was wild for that.
But that was because that was part of that was because KD was non-committal. They wanted him to commit to being there, and he was like on the fence, and you wouldn't say like, "Hey, I'm staying here." He was non-committal, so they felt the way because it's kind of like you kind of holding us up because we don't know what we're finna do. Are you leaving or are you staying?
You said Draymond was wrong for that?
Yeah, he was wrong.
He was wrong. He was wrong for sure.
Saying that.
He was wrong. He was wrong for. He was wrong. He was wrong for. You should have just passed him the ball.
I agree.
You should have just passed him the ball.
So that should have never happened. So it's the Jordan Poole effect. You should never punched him. You know, like it's like all this. Look at P. I don't agree with that. Look.
He said,
man, we don't condone violence on here. No, but what I'm saying is, if Draymond said, "KD, I was wrong for not giving you the ball," it's that ends. But you want to go to the bench and poke your chest at DeMarcus Cousins and we was here without we don't that's just too much.
You get to clown me for that because I know, bro. I'm on the main stage. I tweet. I know I tweet. I should have gave you my tweet. But you over here, you should have gave me in front of everybody. I'm gonna act how you act. Because you could have came to me like, bro, come on.
No, KD turned up when he saw him over there doing the most. Like Draymond was doing he did the most that game. To me, it felt like it was an agenda behind it. Seemed like it been brewing for a minute, and that was the moment. And that was the moment that Draymond was just like, you know what? Here we go. Let's do it now.
That's a good point, AJ.
Yeah, definitely was.
That's a good point.
Iguodala, you can see Iguodala was trying like, hey, Draymond, come on, bro. Like you know this legacy finna, so it ended up happening. Whatever. But also just to answer the question, I don't think KD is wrong for checking fans on his legacy. To me, I enjoy when he interacts with people. Like, I don't know why people try to make it seem like he's soft and his feelings hurt. Like he can't talk to people no more. Like
he literally the only one that really does it consistently.
And I respect it. Keep your energy. Shit, I don't want you to stop now. Like when Paul George stopped podding, I didn't respect that. Because now it seems like shit getting hard. You want to stop. But when you averaging 40, he over there like.
I just think.
Hey, no Paul George slammed in at night. We ain't doing that with Paul George.
Now that we got social media, and you can actually talk. Like, bro, you got to think, bro. Even Zell can merge this. They wasn't talking to Jordan. You couldn't talk to Jordan. See, if you Jordan wasn't hooping, you ain't talking to Jordan. If you ain't at that game and he walking through the tunnel, you're not talking to Jordan.
You're not saying nothing.
You ain't got nothing to say.
And if you think at a casino he gonna take his time to talk to you, you done lost every bit of your
It's
mind.
one of them things to where it's like people not. It's frowned upon to talk back. Like, bro, he's human, bro. Yeah, he got money. He's a celebrity, but at the end of the day, bro, that's somebody that can be walking the street right now. You can have a conversation.
Yep.
But because he plays basketball, he can't talk.
Because the narrative, because the narrative has always been the athlete's got to take it.
Facts.
Right. Yep.
That's always been the narrative.
Social media, they got to take it through social media, but they ain't in person. Ain't no regular person gonna see KD and speak their mind. They're gonna be, oh, that's KD. Let me get a picture.
100%. It's weird activity, man.
1,000. All right, moving on. Great conversation. Moving on, Shim. I'm sorry, man, but we got to discuss this. Russell Westbrook is opting out of his $3.1 million deal, and he's going to test the free agency. Where does Russ fit in today's NBA game?
Huh?
Whoever won a winner.
They obviously they ain't win.
So political. So political. Great job, coach.
Whoever want to win.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. He was selling.
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
In this era of basketball, right? And I think it's from when did he come in? He came in 2 years after Durant. What year was that?
Was it 10?
He came in like
he came in 09.
08, 09.
Yeah, I think it's 08 maybe.
Okay.
08.
Right? So I think it was like 2005 to now. He's one of the winningest players in this era of basketball. I think he's above 85%. Like I'm talking about games, period. Whether it's playoff, regular season, whatever. He's one of the winningest players, and every team he's been on, he's been a vital piece to that team, outside of the Lakers. So like, I know. As you speaking of social media, like. I know social media, if a narrative gets out there, everybody runs with it, right? But at the end of the day, Westbrook is a winner.
Okay, can I ask? It's genuine as fuck. I don't want to come off as an asshole.
Yep.
Was what people said about Westbrook, was that brought on himself, or that was him being on the Lakers? Because he played bad. Like he played bad. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Here's where it stemmed from. Because he didn't take a back seat to Durant, and Durant's the more likable guy. And because Westbrook was like, I don't care, I'm the leader. Let's get it. I'm taking whatever shot I'm going to roll. I'm not deferring to Durant. And then when they split, then that's where the negative stuff started coming from. Oh, he's not a winner. He's selfish. He blah blah blah. He's stat chasing, even though he was damn near averaging triple double before the triple double started. Because he was a 29-9 guy, regardless. So like all that stuff started from the Durant stuff.
And because he's not like a media friendly.
Right.
Like he gonna tell the media about themselves, and he ain't gonna give them what they want to hear.
He's not like a friendly like.
He not sugar. He not sugar
guy on the court. Like all the NBA favorite guys. Oh yeah, I'm going at you every night. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're my guy. I'm going at you.
Yeah. I see you shaking your head, dog. What you think? What you think, man? What you think?
He didn't want to take a backseat to Durant because he didn't realize that Durant was the better basketball player at the end of the day. Like I feel like Russ. Don't get me wrong. Russ is one of the best point guards ever to play basketball. I get it. Like his motor, his athleticism, he has the size. But in terms of I feel like when you get to the league, there's certain things that you gotta have, especially your IQ. And I feel like the reason why Russell Westbrook gets painted in a bad light, because more times than not, he makes a lot of bonehead mistakes. Like for example, we just talked about that he didn't want to get the ball up to Durant at the end of games. Why wouldn't you get the ball up to a scorer at the end of the game that you know that's going to get you a quality shot every single time? Like, and go get a one-on-one shot every single time instead of trying to do it yourself. like to me, those are the things that I look and point out at. Like when he played in Houston, I don't know if that was the right system for him to play because he doesn't dominate the ball. He got to play off of Russ. He got to play off of James Harden. Didn't really work. Washington, it worked a little bit because only person that was there was Brad Beal as a scorer. He doesn't have to dominate the ball. Brad Beal can come off his screens. He can isolate. He can do multiple things. The reason why it didn't work at LA is kind of similar to Houston. Who dominates the ball in LA? Bron. And then also they added Austin Reeves too. Austin Reeves was really good. They found that out later, like, dang, he can really hoop. We got to get him the basketball. So I feel like Russ only works in systems where, for example, once KD left and it was really Russell Westbrook team, that's when it really works for him. But when he's playing with another star player that can really score the basketball, it doesn't really work. It's not really good. That's why Jokic is up and down, because Jokic doesn't need the ball, but at times he does need the ball.
Go ahead, Shim.
Okay, so in the last, and you guys tell me, I could be wrong. Okay, outside of my bias. Okay, we talk about IQ, right? A lot of these players nowadays have zero IQ. We being real.
Very
okay?
true.
Also, you could watch any basketball game, whether it's regular season, playoff. We could watch the game tonight. Why did you shoot that shot? Why did you do that on defense? Why did you make that pass? There's a lot of, but Westbrook gets highlighted because of the situation with Durant.
Yeah.
But also, aside from that, everything you just said about all those teams, right, is basically saying, okay, if the team doesn't fit Westbrook, then it's Westbrook's fault. Instead of him going to a team or a team working with what personnel they have, regardless if it's Westbrook or not. Whatever pieces you have, you got to make it work. Whether you're going to keep them there long-term, short-term, whatever. It doesn't matter what team it is, doesn't matter what player personnel it is, regardless, right?
And that's why the question is, where does Russ fit?
Hold on,
they're not going to take away from the main guy.
Hear me. Also, though, and you said him not being able to work with other superstars. And all the super teams and the teams the guys have been joining up, who has made it work working with another superstar? Has that been a dominant case where, okay, a guy teams, okay, they win a championship. A guy teams, they win a championship. So we can say that about any superstar in the league. Because a lot of these guys are teaming up and it's not working. So we can't just say, oh, well, it's only Westbrook because he plays a certain way, it don't work. A lot of these guys are teaming up and it don't work.
I think for MVP.
Well, KD worked. KD, he went to Golden State.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's one MVP. Scenario out of how many teams that have teamed up and joined.
I thought you were just asking for a situation. My bad. I didn't know.
I'm saying the percentage of players that all teaming up and they're supposed to be working. We can go back to the Lakers when they had the old guys. All the teaming up they doing, it shit don't work.
But it's few and far between is what he's saying. Especially now.
No, okay, yeah. No, I understand.
We talking about Russell Westbrook. You feel me? Yeah. Like we talking about Russell. He ain't just no slouch.
And sorry, hold on. This is my last thing I'm gonna say. I'll let y'all.
No, this your boy. This your boy. Go ahead.
This is my guy, right? And Westbrook is unlike any player we've ever seen in NBA, good or bad, right?
In a sense of what?
In any mold of player, we've never seen a player like Westbrook.
He's very unique. His own player.
Of course, any team he goes to is going to be new to fit him in or change or add. It's all going to be new. We've never seen players like him before. Not to say that he's better than anybody else or the next guy.
You're talking about size, strength, speed.
All that. He's new. He's his own mold
as a point guard. Yeah.
But that's why, to me, it don't fit when you already got established. You got to think he's going every single place with an established star already there. Like only outside of Washington, he goes to LA. You play with Bron. You go to Denver. You play with Jokic, and you play with Murray, who almost basically could have argued for MVP of the finals.
I agree a little bit, but I remember when he played in Houston. He had his most efficient season in Houston. What really happened with Houston was the bubble messed them up. The bubble messed them up, and then they never really got that rhythm back because before the bubble, they played really, really good. And then we got to think about that. We're talking about how he plays. How did they get him there? They traded one of the best point guards of this generation, past first point guards, and Chris Paul for him because it didn't work with James Harden.
Well,
So we talking about somebody that
hurt.
passed the ball. That's what Chris Paul does. That didn't work with James Harden. But because Russ didn't
hurt,
work, it was like, oh, no, he.
I'm sorry to be that guy. The Rockets was a hamstring away from beating Golden State, man. I know you don't do ifs or not, but they was gonna beat. They was gonna beat the Warriors.
But then why didn't they repeat it? Why that was like a flash in the pan kind of thing.
I think to your point about injury prone, I think Chris Paul was just injury prone. They couldn't get over the hump. They couldn't get over the hump. They couldn't get over the hump. But they switched it up. But I do think Westbrook. I do think Westbrook is all world, all class, great guy. My thing is even switching the question, is he a starting point guard today?
No.
He need to go take that 150 from whatever country giving him. He better go take that.
I don't think that was real.
I don't think
that
was real.
Take that.
Overseas Russ is crazy.
Ain't nobody getting 50 mil a year like that.
No, I take that.
Foreign Russ?
Ain't nobody
Foreign Russ?
that.
What you think, Zell? You got anything?
I think Russ was one of my favorite players when he first came in the league. Still is. And I think that a lot of the narrative changed on Russ is when the style of play in the NBA changed for point guards, and he was right in the middle of that. He was having them great seasons, and then when Steph and that Golden State team took off, and then everybody started copying, the narrative on all point guards changed. They tried to change the narrative on Chris Paul during that time.
Yeah.
How he was playing, because he didn't shoot the three, and because he wasn't a shoot first PG at that time. So I think a lot of the narrative with him changed when the style of play came. My last question: what could the Bulls use him?
Brody in the shot?
I'm not.
He got nobody
coming off the bench.
Off the bench?
Because I feel like that would hurt his legacy. Because like he come to a loot, not to be bogus, because obviously we in Chicago, but like
what it is.
he ain't gonna go to a winning organization where it really highlights what he's really good at. Yeah. Like I don't think that would hurt. I don't think.
But I'm just saying, if he don't get another chance at a winning organization, because he opting out. You said right, Aaron? He opting out.
He's opting out. Yeah, he's going to free agent. He's testing the water.
I think he's going to a big market.
I think so too.
He needs to go to the Pacers. He needs to go to the Pacers when Mathurin leave.
But just real quick, just so he opted out, don't mean
because
he can't resign.
Because Holly, that's true. True. Holly is good playing off the ball. Halliburton, he can play off the ball. Like, yeah, like you can give, but I mean, they really love TJ though. I mean,
you about to get rid of a fan favorite.
No, yeah, that's why
I love TJ.
I'm just going off of the fit. Like he can get up and down, he can run, he's athletic. This is what he can defend still. Like this is what they do. I mean, can he fit New York?
No, he should go to Miami.
I was going to just took the two teams I was going to say.
Go to Miami and come off the bench and just go crazy.
Or he going to New York?
I mean, but
I like Miami.
But they said
they both need backup point guard.
They say Pat Riley ain't changing how he coaching, man.
But Russ is that type of like I feel like him and Pat Riley would get along.
Pat might love
working.
But I got a question. Right. Whatever happened to the MVP Russ where those 15, 17-foot jumpers were all knockdowns? I feel like if he mastered that,
because everybody told him that was the wrong shot.
Yep.
Man, right. But if DeRozan ain't changed his game, why would he change his game?
That's the problem. That's the problem. Go ahead, Mike.
The guys that still shoot mid range are ISO guys. Like our guys in their roles are giving the ball to score. So like you can't really they're not going to be like, oh, don't take that shot because he's their guy, he's their scorer.
Yeah,
but I mean,
that's why Shea still shoots the mid range at a high level.
We can't be blind, y'all. The man hitting the side of the backboard, throwing a like he's doing some outlandish shit, man. That gotta be real, y'all.
In LA, he like like Shim. To your point, though, hold on, I got you. But to your point, I think it is like the cool thing to clip him because it's just cool to do now. But as a LeBron fan that been watching every game, it was hard watching it. it was hard watching it. Now, to your point, was it a good fit with Bron and Russ? Like, no, we know that. I'm not negating the fit. I'm only talking about things he can control.
Yeah.
Turnovers, shot selections. Those are things he can control. I'm not talking about like just nuances of the game, like you know that they didn't win. I always talk about things that he can control. That was always my thing on Russ.
He was out there like D'Angelo Russell, man. And I was a
D'Angelo played better. D'Angelo played better.
Hey, I know how much the world loves LeBron, right? But it's hard to play with LeBron in the sense that in the sense that
pressure.
You may go 7, 8, 9 possessions without even feeling the basketball.
For sure.
And then for Russ to have to hit shots after not even touching the basketball, it's not a good fit.
Also, though, in that second quarter, in that first quarter, when Bron come out that 7-minute mark, when Russ out there by himself, it still happens. But I don't want to dwell on this. Obviously, we all, you know, said Russ can go somewhere. Moving on. Carmelo Anthony responded, ladies and gentlemen. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let me clear this up.
There we go. Say what you gotta say.
But let me clear this up,
please. I need this.
Let me clear this up. I'm not losing a one-on-one game, bro. I'm not.
Stamp that shit.
I've never lost a one-on-one game. I'm not saying that I'm going out there playing. What I'm saying is, I done did this shit. I got ridiculed for doing this shit at the highest level, for being a one-on-one nigga.
Can Michael Beasley beat Carmelo Anthony 1v1? When it's now, that's a loaded question. I'm not saying they play 20 times and he can beat him. I'm talking about if they're putting the money up, $100K with Melo, that's chump change to him. So $750K, whatever. If they putting the money up, can Michael Beasley beat Carmelo Anthony?
Today, like right now?
Yeah.
Like if they said put some money down, we play in a week.
A month.
I'm going with the left-handed band. I'm going with the left-handed banded person right now because he's been doing this consistently.
Hold on, y'all.
He in shape.
Hold on.
That matters.
Hold on. So I was talking to Mike earlier about it. Not like brief, not like a lot, just briefly. Like, so are we saying that we know Carmelo Anthony is not in shape?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because we got to remember.
Okay. I'm gonna be the guy to say it. We already know for a fact, and he from his own admission, if you watch that Dream Team doc or the Team USA doc, he wasn't really working out like that while he was an active player. So you think that once he's retired, he's still gonna be working out? He's still training? He's still doing anything? You think that?
And he doing stuff with his son.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you got a son that can arguably make it to your level of basketball, and he still challenges you, and you can spar with him, and you actually working, and you don't think he can build off like
he don't gotta be in tip top shape for that. He didn't gotta be in good shape. He didn't gotta be in good shape for that. But you talking about playing another guy that's 6'8", 6'9",
that's smoking,
that's about the same size,
smoking. He'll tell you he chilling too.
Are you playing a real game? We playing a real game with adrenaline and
dribbles, referees. We ain't going up and down.
Can I go? Shem, you go. Go ahead.
No, you got it.
No.
Let me just say hold on.
Go ahead, Shem. Go ahead.
Okay.
But you got to defend in one-on-one though.
Exactly.
Or dribble, Shem.
Come on.
But you got to defend in one-on-one.
I understand. It's 4 dribbles.
It's 4 dribbles.
It ain't like I got a Melo 6'9" too, ain't it?
Hey, Mike. Mike, you should be the last person talking about. You could get down the court in 2 dribbles, a full court.
I understand.
So you talking about 4? That's a lot. Defend a skilled, crafty 6'8", 6'9", versatile, inside, outside scorer.
We forget who we talking about. I'm gonna make sure we all on the same page. We talking about.
Can I go?
Hold on, y'all.
We not saying he's better. We talking about one-on-one.
Yeah, Slick hasn't talked much. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, so the answer is No, he cannot beat Carmelo one-on-one. No. Bro,
Why?
big homie at the top, he say if it was next week, Melo will lose. But if you give him a month, if there's a date where they're selling tickets and they got time to prep, no, Melo will win.
How y'all feel like he ain't in shape though? Like what y'all
And
see?
I think he's in shape for one. Two, when you hear Melo speak about the game, it still feel like he got that itch to play. And he got a son that's still active and he wants him in the gym. So he's still out there getting reps, for one. Two, I think that when it comes to one-on-one ball in this setting, y'all know they go to their spots
That's what
to get their shots off. So being a top defender in this element don't exist. You just gotta all you gotta do is get to a spot after the first dribble. All they doing is probing, triple threat, jab, jump shot. If you look at that game, if you've seen Beasley got to the cup at least 3 times out of 40 possessions. So they really just get to spots. So it's minimum defense. You just gotta hope your man miss.
And if you putting the house on a 1 dribble, 2 dribble pull up, come on,
There's
y'all.
nobody in the NBA history that can guard Carmelo in that setting. Nobody.
Go ahead, Garrett. Go ahead, Garrett.
Y'all put too much on him, man.
I'm
I
not
do
going.
because I'm
Oh,
biased.
we gonna have a Carmelo
biased.
segment. We're gonna have a Carmelo segment soon because
I am very biased.
We talking about the nigga that scored in the corner. You know, as a kid, they be like, go sit in the corner. This the nigga that was scoring while he was in that corner. Don't set to no screen. Don't come over here. Go over there real quick. Let me talk to him on his island.
Yeah. When it comes to Melo, I'm extremely biased.
And I'm not saying he gonna but none of them are lockdown defenders. Can we start there?
Yeah, you're right.
No, hold on.
Especially Beasley.
No, we talking about. So what he was saying and what I'm saying is that, okay, for example, in that situation,
yeah,
Lance Stevenson is hard to guard. But if I have the ball and you can't stop me, you're not gonna get it.
So hold on. In that breath, do you know what Lance's game plan was?
What,
he said it the whole time.
You gonna shoot?
No, I'm coming in to foul you.
He was fouling.
Oh, he's gonna foul, yeah.
Right.
Melo not.
Like, what I'm saying is, I don't think Melo gets enough stops. I'm not saying about the offensive game. I don't think he gets enough stops on the defensive end.
Okay, like we talking as if B's start with the ball.
Either way.
So you saying B's gonna just that's tough. Lance had put it like this, put it in perspective. Lance had how many points?
21.
He a better offensive player than Melo in a 4-dribble set?
No.
So what stops is he gonna and Melo's kind of big and tall?
I think they're talking about. They think Lance Stevenson's probably in better shape than Melo. Is what I think they are probably.
My argument is Beasley ain't in the best shape to where we putting.
They was out there gas.
They was out there. He even
told out there gas.
Give Melo 2 weeks at the field house with me, straight up. Give him 2 weeks. Be in the steam room. We gonna cook.
Right, if he 2 weeks completed, I'm going Melo.
Hey, like when we was talking about bias and stuff, yeah, like if he had time to prepare, yeah, I'm going Melo.
He going
well, that's what. Well, y'all going to make him play next week?
Think about it, T.
But
they promoted this 101 in February.
If you give him a month, if you give him a month, because Melo, yeah, but
thank you. There we go.
I still think this is the reason why I say that though. We already known before all of this, Michael Beasley was beating everybody in 1-on-1. So it ain't like he a slouch at 1-on-1 either. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. I was money
talking about him beating Bron.
Right.
Yeah.
Bron ain't on one.
Right.
Let me.
Bron ain't on 1-on-1.
Bron ain't no 1-on-1 player, but Bron a defensive player.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let Zell go.
Hey, it's two things.
Have we hooped before?
He said Lance Stevenson scored 21, right? 21 points. First of all, I think Melo will win. Melo's 6'9". Lance Stevenson like 6'5". Melo's getting on Lance Stevenson's. He on that shot. First of all, that lefty shot, and then if you look at the big three, they got clips of ISO Joe cooking Beasley.
Moneyline ISO Joe.
ISO Joe.
Easily.
All right.
And
look,
Melo
I'm-
got moves. Melo and ISO Joe move similar.
That's what I'm.
Go ahead, Shim. Go ahead, Shim.
No, go ahead. No, I'm gonna let. No, go
Go ahead. Go ahead, Slick. Go ahead, Slick. It's on you.
I'm biased, but I'm not stupid. They need to leave ISO Joe alone.
Yes.
Leave him alone.
Oh, for sure.
'Cause
Leave him alone.
Here another one, man. Here another one where you got famous and this big three stuff and all this stuff. But when you was in the league, he had 1 year where he averaged 25 points and he underachieved for the rest of the league. He was stealing money at one point.
What?
He
P?
got 20,000.
He was.
Got 20,000.
I used to love Joe Johnson. He disappointed me so bad. He had
I'm
1
finna
year
look
where
it
he
up.
averaged 25, and then the rest of his career he underachieved.
Why
He
you
was
think
mediocre.
Why
P,
you think that?
do you realize back then in the mid 2000s and like not mid 2000s? Yeah, he was drafted 2001, 2002. So in his time frame, do you know the guards back then? They didn't average. It wasn't a lot of guards that averaged over 25 for an extended period of
But
time.
we talk about him as if he was elite like those guards. That's what I'm saying.
ISO Joe's worst move is he left Phoenix when Nash was there.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
That's his worst move, and went to Atlanta when they was trash for
He went to
a
Atlanta.
long time.
He went to Atlanta. He had 1 year where he averaged 25 a game. Then after that, he was like right at 20, like 20, maybe 21 one time, right at 20. And it was just like when the playoffs came around, it was like, oh, well, yeah, y'all going to make the playoffs, and then y'all going to lose. Probably you might make it a round or two, and y'all going to lose, and you might average 20 in the series. Like, he wasn't that. And I only because I was disappointed. I was a real big fan in Joe Johnson. Now he's getting this revisionist history about his career. Like he was just that in the NBA, and he wasn't. He wasn't.
And Joe Johnson did run up against some dudes though. Playoff wise.
So, but my thing is this though, because we can say the same thing about Bees. Joe Johnson did more than him.
True,
for sure.
You feel me? So.
10 times
Situations.
I don't know about basketball though.
Mano y mano, y'all.
They better leave ISO Joe alone.
Mano y mano, and he in the gym in the trenches playing every day with these niggas.
Bro, he in TBT. He out in the streets with the streamers. He in Big 3. He is active. Leave him alone.
Okay. We're getting too far from the point, but that was a great topic. Moving on. Good stuff.
Moneyline Carmelo, though. Let's get back to that.
Yeah. So,
I got Westbrook over Melo.
Angel Reese has been getting backlash since she came in the league. Whether it was, I guess, just not her putting in the work or, the layups and the rebounding. She had a teammate come to her defense at a press conference. Let's check this out.
And the amount of crap that she gets on a day-to-day, she still shows up. So whatever questions y'all got like about our team, basketball-wise, we appreciate it, but all the other nonsense, like, it's irrelevant. Like, we here to play basketball and do what we do. We having a hard time right now at the end of the day. Just a 23-year-old kid who handles herself with grace. Her crown is heavy. So whatever else, like, y'all want to come at her for the way that she acts, she has to build the wall. She has to have the wall. Because if she doesn't, people will break her down. Not only just because of the way she looks, but it's because of the way she carries herself. She doesn't just walk around and act like, oh, I'm this. No, she knows who she is. And we ain't going to break her down for that. So whatever other questions y'all got, like, I'm hoping it's just about basketball. Maybe a box score question. But the kid's crown is heavy. Like, respect that.
Yeah. I know today wasn't that.
Okay.
I like that.
Yep.
Who want to take it? Somebody go ahead and take it.
You go first.
No. I'm good. Somebody take it.
I respect
All right,
the
so
team.
what's the exact question again?
Oh, I'm sorry. Does Angel Reese deserve the criticism she's been getting?
Has she been playing poorly?
I'm talking about, huh?
Has she been playing poorly?
I don't watch. I haven't watched all the games. It's been.
What's the lab for?
They have a bad team.
She's been up and down.
Okay, well, if they have an expectation of her in her second year and she's not performing, then yes. She's not exempt from nothing. Nobody's exempt. If you have this, if you are supposed to be excelling in your career, and uh and you're not meeting the expectations and the showing, yeah.
Nah.
All right.
But your teammate defending you like you're supposed to. I like that. But
Part of the reason why she gets so much criticism is because the whole rivalry with Caitlin Clark. She came in there with Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark is like a superstar caliber player, and Angel Reese is not. She's a really good player. She's more of like a great role player. You know what I'm saying? And part of the criticism she gets because like, hey, y'all came in together and y'all comparing them two, and there was really no comparison. And it's not her fault. It's not her fault at all. A lot of it is the media. It's the media, the fact that, hey, we looking at her on the same level as this one, and they not on the same level. Because you might, you seeing her, she missing layups or whatever she may do, but she got 15 rebounds. Like nobody else in WNBA history rebounds the ball like she's been doing. You know what I mean? But we don't look at her. More people that don't follow the WNBA or they ain't really like tapped in. They look at her like, oh, she's supposed to be like Caitlin Clark, and she was never that.
Facts, especially you at LSU if you were to watch. So
right now, she out of 8 games, 29 minutes per game, 10 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, 2 assists, 1.6 steals, 0.3 blocks, 3.9 turnovers, 35% from the field, 33% from the three, 67 from the free throw.
That's Bronny James.
I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm not average double, 8 games. Right. Now, as far as
nah, man. See, my biggest problem is it's like I think outside of just like the game itself, women are making this very difficult to respect. Right? Women are always saying that men don't watch the sport, we don't support. We giving her everything we give every other black man that came through. Kwame Brown is still the sorriest motherfucker that they say. I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that. I mean, he's an NBA player. I'm not gonna disrespect an NBA player like that. But all the crying, the patting on the background, stop that shit. No, suck it up. Make a damn layup. Make a layup. Right? It was a play where she came down, hit a 3. All right, like keep that going. But all this, black men love to target the black young woman. We be calling Westbrook ass. You get what I'm saying? That's what I don't like about the criticism. They acting like we can't say nothing about her.
Yeah,
I ain't feeling that. Get better, be in the gym. Because every time we see her, she modeling the newest gift. We rarely see Caitlin Clark, and if we do, it's a Gatorade commercial. So of course the crowd gonna be a little bit dissed over there because if she don't play well, we know she putting in the work to get it. We don't know what you over here doing. We OnlyFans. We don't know what you're doing. So hey man, all right, next person, man, go ahead.
Nah, bro, you right. That's the difference. Like you gotta think everybody that got a podcast that's in the league right now is probably. They're one of the better players in the league, especially podcasts that are actually relevant. Like, are we going to sit here and say Angel Reese is one of the better players in the WNBA? Not just based off name, what she did when she was at LSU. I'm talking about since she's been in the league. Like, has she really been like that dominating of a basketball player to me get. Not be able to, we can't talk about like that.
Right. If you lace up, man, if you wake up every day and you get to play basketball for a lot of money or a decent amount of money, you know what you signed up for, man. Because it was all cool in college. To P's point, the problem came when you tried to compare apples to oranges. Shorty that's over there, man. Caitlin it's a skill set with her.
Wasn't it Angel Reese? I'm gonna let you keep going, but wasn't her that said that I'm helping the game grow too or something like that? Like I'm like we
think about it was a problem. She said they here because of me too. Like
we know we know who sold out the United Center. Like I don't need to be a white man to be able to say that. Like we know I wanted to watch Caitlyn play. If Angel there, cool. But I'm going to watch Caitlyn hoop. Go ahead, Zil. Go ahead, Zil.
But the thing is, if Caitlyn was good, right, and there was no black player that she was going against in college, and she was hitting them long range threes and shit like that, with it got the same attention as her going black and white. We all know black versus white sale. That's why the NBA is where it's at.
For sure.
Right? That's why the NBA is where it's at with Larry and Magic, what they did. If it was another white girl that was hooping that she was going against in the championship, would it brought that amount of attention to college basketball when it happened?
No.
You don't think her and let's say her and Paige was? Y'all don't think they could have?
No, because they would have made it more friendlier. Yeah, they would have been. It would have been like a co-star. It would have been like Caitlyn versus boom. They're two great players. Instead of being like, let's see who wins this one. This is gonna go for the.
I got a question.
Crazier. Go ahead.
I got a question. So, and I'm not saying that this would be true. I'm saying, could this be a scenario when Jimmer was taking off, going crazy? Would this not be the same thing if she wasn't going against a black player? Like, she was still catching that and still Steph Curry from low
because
half court.
The only difference
it wouldn't have changed.
The only difference is that it's the women's game. The women's game, they don't have that. You know what I'm saying? The fanfare is not as big. And like
everybody win over there. Everybody win.
I seen Red said in the comments, and it was true. Say, hey, the women's game needs the media coverage, whether it's good or bad. They need the media coverage. You need it to build the game, to build awareness and grow the game. So that's true because the average person, the only people that I know that watch women's basketball are, a lot of us, a lot of men that's like really tuned into basketball, or women that actually play basketball. There aren't many casual WNBA fans. There aren't. Most WNBA fans are people that are like really tapped into basketball. Or your family member or somebody play, so it's like I'm tapped in because they play. You know what I mean? But most people are like people that you either play it or you like really tapped in to watching. So they don't have like the NBA does, where it's like a lot of casuals that pay to go to the games and they fill up the stadiums and the arenas. They don't have that. So the storyline thing was needed. It was needed to kind of build, to get people riled up, whether it's good or bad, to actually pay attention.
It was needed.
Mm-hmm. You got anything, Slick? Good?
No, I'm good. So I think there's a lot of dynamics here. I think so we start off in college. I think because Caitlin Clark was one of the better players in college and she was on a national contending team, mattered too. Mm-hmm. Now if she was at a some school that barely made the tournament, got bounced, I think Caitlin's talent also helped that rivalry. You know what I mean? It wasn't just the Angel Reese. They had the little back and forth in the tournament and all that. Mm-hmm. I think it was because she was that good and that she took a team that otherwise probably would have been a first round exit. You know what I mean? Angel Reese also was a very good college player because of just her motor and how strong she is. And I have been with the Sky for like 10 plus years, a practice player, right? I was there last year. I haven't done much this year, but last year I was there. And so when I first got to see her up close, like in person, I could see why she was really good in college. And so those comparisons were warranted in college. And because they both went to the league, they're both high picks, that just naturally is going to be a comparison because they're both two of the better players in college. Yeah. But Caitlyn's ceiling is way higher. And it's going to continue to be way higher throughout the course of their careers together. Now, Angel Reese, just to answer the question specifically, I think any player that plays at the professional level is going to get criticism, whether they're a star player, role player, all-star, whatever, don't matter. You're going to get criticism, especially when when her teammates say graceful. She hasn't been that graceful, if we just being honest. But there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what I mean? She's free to speak her mind. She's free to stand up for herself. She's free to talk some stuff, be competitive just as the next person. And so to answer the question, like it's fair. It's fair game. Like Mike was saying, it's fair game. Like I don't see nothing wrong with the criticism she get.
You need a
Only
hero
thing
or
I
you
don't
need
like
a
is her
villain.
field goal
100%.
percentage.
100%.
Field goal percentage.
Somebody did make a point. You
What you
right.
say, Zell? Oh,
Field goal percentage.
Oh,
You
yeah.
only doing layups. How you shooting 35%?
Yeah, that's not
If we
good.
being, but this is stuff I be talking about. We can't talk about that. You
That's
only
not
doing
good. Yeah.
Like that's a real thing. Like people talk about Bill Russell not having a high. Like been talking about that for years.
Can I speak on that too?
Go ahead.
All right, so when Angel Reese came in the league, they also drafted
Cardoso.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so in this style of play, the floor isn't really spread, and there's a lot of congestion. I don't know how much you guys watch, but like there's also a lot of congestion whenever they're playing. So like a lot of her stuff is through contact, is through traffic, is through. I'm not trying to make excuses. Like don't get me wrong, she definitely got to do better than 35%, like 100%. But like there also is some factors to that, and plus there was a transition with coaches, there's a transition with player, a lot of personnel changes, like all that stuff. And she's fresh up. She a second year, like she also got to give her time. And I get it. There's a comparison to Kaden Clark, but when the ceilings are different, like Kaden Clark's going to take off in a different way. Angel Reese going to take off in a different way. But she, yes, has to play better, but at the same time, she averaged a double in her second year. So like she's doing something, regardless how she's getting it.
No, I agree with that. I just think like I said, if you guys want to get paid like the men, you want to capitalize on things like the men, like this is what we say to the guys that aren't being good their first 2 years. This is what it's like. This is normal, right? I understand you said give it time. That's like the real basketball IQ of it. Like we know that. All we're saying is that this has been happening. This you're not the first player, you won't be the last one. If it's your first year or not, like we're arguing her about layups, not even consistencies about you got a 30-point game or a 10-point. We're saying make a layup consistently, bro. I ain't trying to be funny, bro. I ain't trying to be funny, bro. Just saying, like that's all. That's the crazy part. That's just the crazy part.
She shot 38% last year. So 35, 38 ain't really that big of that. It is a big drop, but it's only 8 games. So
yeah,
true. It's early. It's early in this season, so it's not the course of the entire season. And the personnel last year was different to this year. Like this year, they're pretty much like a whole like a lot of these players need some time too. And Sloot just went down with a knee injury, so like she's not out there, which is a huge loss. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of factors, and it's a new coach. There's a lot, it's a lot of factors in there. But I still agree. Like they all got to play better.
We're good on Kaylin, everybody. We're good on Kaylin. All right, Angel, get better now. All right, so now we're moving on.
We love Angel.
Yeah, we love Angel, guys. We love
Shout out
Angel.
Angel Reese.
Better. So, I thought this was an interesting take by Jeff Teague. I low key think he was. Now I think about it, I think he was taking shots at Brandon Jennings because Brandon Jennings went to Oak Hill and he's always talking about how he's better than Jeff Teague and all this good stuff. So we're gonna listen to this tape. We're gonna critique it and then we're gonna move along. We got about 2 topics left, guys. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Like when you ain't really like that, you gotta go prep schools. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah. If you can't do it where you homegrown at,
yeah, bro. If you ain't get
like that,
if you ain't getting the offers from where you from, you ain't really like that.
Yeah.
If you get mid majors when you here, and then you finally get some high D1s when you leave, you ain't really like that.
Like that, bro. We could have went to Oak Hill, all that. For what?
You ain't like that. I'm just saying.
That's terrible.
That seemed like he going at Brandon. Now I think about it.
That's a terrible.
Yeah, I think it's a shot. But do Jeff Teague have a point on going prep?
No, I get what he's trying. I get what he's trying to say.
That was a shot.
I get what he's trying to say, but no, I don't think it's a valid point because some people like where I may be from, it might not be no competition here. I might be a small town wherever, it might not be no competition here. I might have to show that hey, I can go play with the top competition and beat them. But in today's world, it's a little different because all of the media that we got. You don't really have to do that. But back then, when they was coming out, because social media wasn't that big. It was hard to get your name out there. If you wasn't playing on some of these top circuits or some of these the top competition in the country, it's hard for you to be seen.
I think, but I don't want to say that, but I think that's his point, though, P. Think about what you just said, right? Because you can't be seen on the competition level, you got to go there. He's saying, "I'm him. They're coming. I can play 3 8th graders, and they're coming to watch me play them."
One of his homies stayed at his high school, DeMar DeRozan. He stayed at Compton and was able to go to USC and still be one of the best players in the country, top 10, top 5 in the country. Didn't have to go
you have your anomalies. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And it's in the same era. It's in the same era. It's not like a different era. They're in the same
But didn't
era.
DJ didn't he get some money to go to OKC?
But what if
that's what he said. He got paid.
What if I'm somebody like a Cooper Flag from where he was going to school at before he was around 30?
Cooper
back then, like say, you know what I'm saying, early 2000s, like, hey, I'm going to this school in, you know, wherever in the country somewhere, and yeah, I'm dominating them, but I you know what I'm saying, there's not a lot of resources to say, hey, you could dominate on this level. I might have to go over here to show people that. But I get what he's saying. But back then, I kind of
Cooper had to go there.
I was finna say, you don't think Cooper would have got?
They was beating teams by 60. It wasn't even no reason for them to even go there.
No. I'm just using him. I'm just using him as an example. I'm saying today, I don't think it's necessary to do it. But I feel like maybe 15 years ago, a lot of times it could be necessary because of the resources wasn't the same. Social media wasn't the same.
I get you. Like, I think if Melo stays in Baltimore, he don't get.
And Melo said he left because he wanted to stay alive. That's why he left. Right. It was dangerous where he was at, but
it's two things. I think Brandon Jennings, if he would have stayed, he would have got whatever he was getting because he was nice over there too. LA guys before him was getting shine too, in the same situation. But if you listen to some of his old stuff, he said he got a bag to go. He didn't know nothing about that route, and they came and was like, "Yo, they paid, whether it's true or not." He said he got a bag to go over there to where do you go? Oak Hill.
And I think he went to a really good high school. I think they pushed some pros out of his high school in California.
Jeff T? Oh, you talk about okay.
And Brandon,
yeah. So
if that was a shot, I don't think he had to leave.
That's a bad take. That take was terrible.
Yeah, like I said though, I think now you think about it, I think it's more of a shot to Brandon rather than trying to give his point across. So understandable. Anybody got anything else on that?
I'm gonna let y'all. We gotta stop the BJ slander though. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, for sure. No, I'm with it. I'm with that.
I went to a little school in Milwaukee, brother. It was great to play with BJ. He a cool dude, and BJ wasn't no slouch, man. And I don't like
absolutely not. He absolutely not.
Out of this over with, and this is why I don't like talking sports, because so many years go by and you get stuck on what you done for me lately. Clearly, I don't play. So clearly, y'all talking shit. But as of right now, if I'm a freshman and y'all are juniors or y'all just got good junior year and I'm on the same level as you as a freshman, I'm better than you, bro. Better than you, bro. And it's okay. Like, everybody like to say, well, I got drafted to this team and this team. That's true, too. But it ain't too many dudes that are like that going to a team and having to pass the ball 55 times. Like, bro, y'all guards wasn't on Brandon Jennings' level at the time, and it's okay.
He was special. I thought he was real special back then. Yeah.
Before y'all. So when he pop his shit, that's like him saying, bro, I started this point guard shit. Now what? Ain't that what the old say? Like, somebody had to start it.
100%.
Yeah.
Plus, it was in the recruiting cycle for guards back then. Like, you had to really do something. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you 6'7", putting up numbers 6'8", 6'9", 6'10". Okay, they're gonna find you, but
they're gonna find you. Guard?
Guard's tough.
Look about how many guards got that we thought was going to the league on some here, and they years.
Yeah. Everybody path different, man. I respect anybody path that got done for sure. That don't necessarily mean you're better than the next man. Yeah, because I know.
My take on the prep, man. If you got it as a I think somebody mentioned it. It's different now.
Yeah,
I can't imagine me as a senior on some. I'm gonna do one more year because I'll be playing against younger kids. If I'm not mistaken, right? Ain't that what you?
You can go up or down.
But I'm speaking.
But also, I couldn't. Mike, to your point, I couldn't imagine being about to be a senior, and like, let's say I'm like, for example, like Cooper Flag position. Like, I really got to pop him for 3 years. I'd be like, man, I feel like I'll have some type of pride. Be like, yo, I want to finish my 4th year at my high school, leave my mark before I go somewhere else, and let my buck be left at somewhere else where they easily gonna replace me.
Guys like
they
him.
gonna think about the next person.
Yeah,
Hey, I'll be goofy if I'm doing 3 years at Everson. I just scored 1,500 points. I got 1 more year, and we one of the best teams in the state. I up and leave. I want to go somewhere else. But
Hey,
I got a little more pride.
Hold on, y'all got to hear me out on this though.
He played in Maine.
Hold on. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Put Maine on the map.
Go ahead, Sean.
All right, so even Aaron, let's take you for example. What you did your first 3 years of high school, right? Now, you mean to tell me somebody offered you some life-changing money, you wouldn't go to XYZ prep school post-grad?
You wouldn't go to Fenday Prep back then?
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
But wait, hold on. On top of that, right? There's back-end money on top of that. So it's D1's like, hey, if you go there, I'm going to give you this to even go there. So there's not only is a post-grad giving you that, the D1's giving you that, and then the D1's going to give it to you when you get there. So, like, you talking about generational money that you going to turn down just to be like, yeah, I love North Chicago, so I'm gonna stay here for another year?
Nah, it's a difference. It's a difference.
That is a good point.
I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this. Right
Well. No. Matter of fact, I'm gonna push back. I guess you use me, but I'm gonna change the scenario. If what Garrett's saying is like, if I'm Cooper, knowing I'm going to the league, yeah, I'm saying to go. I'm gonna get the money. I'm gonna get the money.
Shit, that ain't guaranteed. I'm taking that bread.
Bro, hold on.
I think I do one more year of school.
Hold on. Let's not do this. Please don't do this. Please don't do this.
I'm Cooper Flag. Remember, that was me. I'm Cooper Flag. I'm 6'10". I'm a leaguer. I'm a leaguer.
Right. And you one stepping on somebody's foot away from not getting none of that.
That's everybody.
I wouldn't think like that.
Right, but if I can get it right here, like I ain't got to worry about that. I can get it.
Wait, hold on though. Can I get NIL during high school? Can I get like
what were they giving out when Brandon and play? When Jeff T, what were they giving out?
Oh, they were still getting it that back.
They were still getting it.
Thousands.
I said generational. What was they getting? Don't give me no 10,000.
No, Brandon Jennings probably got $100,000.
I think he got like 250.
Y'all think they was getting less than 6 figures back then before it was officially?
Oh, hey, so look, this is a little segue. I want y'all to go watch this movie. It's on HBO Max right now. It's called The Scheme. With this dude talking about what they was doing before NIL, how they was giving these people money. They got college coaches and everything on tape talking about the money they was giving. They gave DeAndre Ayton $250,000 just to come to Arizona. So go watch The Scheme. If you ain't never watched it, watch The Scheme.
But Marcus,
but that's within the last 10 years.
It ain't even just that. It ain't even just that. It's okay. DeAndre Ayton, we gonna give you $250. We gonna get your mama a job. So that's not even the money that they're getting in their pocket. On top of that, they're getting houses, cars, set up.
That's what he said. I think they said they bought his mama a house too.
They did. They let me turn that down.
Yeah.
But look though, because I think we moving it a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, the whole thing was about me being him. It wasn't about the money. That ain't what Jeff T said. We put that on our thing. Am I tweaking?
No, 100%.
So let's just take the money out, or y'all leaving. If you ain't no money, if you that man, you leaving.
Yeah.
No money.
Like you're a leaguer. You know you're a leaguer.
If it ain't no money involved, no.
So that's what I think the point is about, though. I think when you add money, we all gone. Ain't nobody. Nobody stand.
But when it come to Brandon Jennings on record saying he got paid to go to
No, he did. He said he did. But a lot of people like Mike Bibby, who was better, said he didn't. So that wasn't for everybody. It was
$250. You ain't getting nothing. I'm tight.
Everybody. I think even Mike Conley. Oh, Greg Oden said he didn't get nothing.
Yeah.
And he
Greg Oden was the best player in the country.
Let's talk about. Like, you get what I'm saying, Ship? He said it, Ship. We can't do that.
Jeff Teague in high school, Brandon Jennings in high school.
Ohio State.
He said he didn't get no money from them. He's
he Aaron, he
From
lied.
Ohio State.
He definitely lying. He definitely
He
lying.
lied.
I got a small story. My homie Shane went to Alabama, and before he graduated from Alabama, he said the entire football team got cars before the season.
And this was before NIL.
It's Alabama football team, right?
And it's Ohio State. You mean to tell me Ohio State not giving Greg Oden no money?
He got some money.
As the
Why would he
player
lie 25 years later, though?
Aaron, hear me out.
That's all I'm asking. 25
Aaron,
years.
hear me out. If he said that, right, he probably said, I didn't get any money.
Right.
He didn't say, my mom ain't get this, I didn't get this property, I ain't get that in stocks, bonds, whatever. Money. There's a lot of layers to these conversations.
Okay.
A lot of layers to these conversations.
I digress. I ain't gonna fight that.
Jeff Teague in high school, Brandon Jennings in high school. How we doing this?
I gotta go watch more Jeff Teague. I swear to God, I don't.
Brandon Jennings is the number one player. No,
Brandon
Brandon
Jennings is the number one player in the country.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to watch.
Oh, my fault. Jeff Teague even admitted that Brandon Jennings was better. So no, I only got to watch it, to your point. But yeah.
So can I ask you a question? Why when I say I'm better on a public scale, it's a problem when you know I'm better? I was better than you guys.
No, but they end up talking about NBA career though, Mike. It ain't talking about high school. Yeah. He said in the NBA, I was better than you. Like, and Jeff Teague was like, Mike, that's everybody's story. Everybody get hurt, bro. You gotta.
I'm saying I can't say I'm better than you if I got hurt. You play more. Well, okay. Okay.
He said opportunities though, Mike. Like his last stint was with the Pistons.
All the guards.
Orlando.
That BJ has got a problem.
Brandon Jennings?
Orlando. Yeah.
Jesus.
He played on a lot of teams. Pistons. He was moving.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike. What'd you say?
Bucks.
All the guards. Out of all the guards he played against. Bro, I can only say probably Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry can really be like, bro, chill out. You're doing too much. Like y'all played longer than me, but don't act like y'all was just like y'all had good highlights.
No. So like, but right, I understand them. But it's like when you didn't finish the career, you can't talk like, you know what I mean? Like I understand. Like the respect. No. I'm just saying you can't because Brandon Jennings be acting like Pat Bev be tweaking. Like Pat Bev carved out a career, bro. Like
did Pat Bev really make Buddy quit, man? Because Buddy was saying he didn't. Man.
He probably did make McCann quit. He probably did. But we've been here.
I think that's cap.
We've been here way too long. We've been here too long. We got the last two going on. We're gonna move it along.
This game cracking.
I'm already knowing. Bradley Beal came out and he said he told the front office that his wife and kids love Phoenix and he not going nowhere. You're gonna have to keep me up out of here, Joe. Like, is this Bradley Beal last contract, man?
Damn.
Nah, I don't think so.
Nah.
I think it's just a situation, but like he not no point guard. Devin Booker not no point guard, and KD is a scorer. Y'all tried to like make that work and label somebody a point guard that ain't their traditional role, and he didn't stay healthy. So like, I feel like if you move KD and put a four there that doesn't necessarily need the ball, or put another player there in place of KD that don't necessarily need the volume of shots, move Bradley Beal off the ball, maybe he got a better season. He still can shoot. He still can shoot at a high level. Still can catch and shoot at a high level. You put him with Brown, space the court, tell him shoot knockdown threes. That's something you can do.
Put him well.
Put him with Brian and tell him to space the court. Not saying that that's going to be the perfect situation. I'm just saying, like in a scenario like that where he don't got to do as much as he used to do in the past, where he dominated the ball a little bit.
I just really believe that. I ain't gonna lie. I just really believe that Brad Beal is like the perfect guy that they can blackball out the league. He's not bringing in no revenue. You're not like nobody really cares to go watch him. He's been a head case with this no trade clause. He probably the only one that got one, right, Pete?
He won it only. Well, yes, I think he.
So my thing is
the only one.
Yeah. But are we doing big contracts or are we doing small contracts? Because like I don't think he's gonna touch a big $5.
So right now,
I'm just saying that nobody want to deal with the issue of like the no trade clause. Go ahead, Slick.
He get 53 next year. Then he got a player option for 57 the year after that. So
who giving him that?
Well,
who giving him that?
Once this one is up, no. Once this one is up, you ain't getting nowhere near that again.
Yeah, he
but
probably
somebody might sign you for a few million.
Yeah,
they just gave Westbrook 3 for the Clippers.
Yeah, you might get one of them, but you ain't.
When he got out his deal,
he's not gonna get nowhere near what he's getting right now. After this one is up, it's over with.
So is this his last contract?
No.
That's what I'm saying because he's
the big.
He's not gonna get no big contract. He ain't gonna get no big contract. Like a 3-year,
get a contract.
$80 million contract.
Y'all think he still want to play, man? Y'all get that?
My dude, hey, bro, he feel like he cool on all this. Like,
bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You playing? I never understood this, man. Maybe
dog was bench, bro.
Maybe this my envy.
He didn't really play though, so he's still damn near fresh. Like he ain't even.
I would say AJ, he finna be 32. He finna be 32 in a couple of weeks. So at the end of this contract, he'll be 34. Yeah, he not getting. He gonna get mid level by 34, 35, or he may get blackball, like you said.
My thing is this though. Let's say everything pan out and he get a little $3 million contract. He's supposed to be a vet. What he supposed to? He not know what he's supposed to be hollering at somebody on the bench. Hey man, keep grinding.
I'm telling you. And then too, as a head coach with the ego of a Brad Beal, like you bring him off the bench. Is he gonna be cool with coming off the bench? Right. Is he a starter still?
Well, that's gonna be the precondition of you coming here. We ain't signing until you let you know, hey, this is what's going on. This is gonna be your role.
Sorry, I mean it could be a team that he just fit in perfectly where he could start. I mean, we never know. I think as much as teams are changing every year.
I mean, I can see, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I think I can kind of see him in Denver. They need another scorer, another guy that can create. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
man, what was his health like? I ain't really. I'll let go of Phoenix.
I think he averaged 21.
Well,
I think he averaged 21.
Oh, let me check.
With the Wizards?
No.
I'm cool.
No, I think he had I think he was solid. It just, you know.
No, last year he averaged only 17, 3 and 3.
That's solid.
But I mean, I thought John Wall did a great job of rebranding himself. Cool coming off the bench, wanting to be a leader, wanting to help out in Houston. And they told bro that you ain't got to come back, bro. We cool. And he was the ultimate professional. Yeah. And bro and he still could give. In my opinion,
he got blackballed.
Yeah, I think some of that was off the court type. The way you live your life, we don't.
Yeah,
want this.
brother, y'all getting all this money, man. Y'all finessing us, and y'all ain't playing.
Yeah, not even that. It was like the way you carry yourself. We don't want you poisoning our young players. Basically, that's what that was with him. Yeah, nah, it had nothing to do with basketball. It was. Just,
I don't think y'all looked at the Phoenix Sun bench when Bradley Beal was sitting there. I don't think you seen it. Energy, he sucked. All face expression sucked.
Yeah, fact.
Like
did in Phoenix, man. That's the best thing that happened to him was the Arizona, man. He love it. Other than that, I don't think my boy trying to play no basketball in the next 2-3 years, man. He cool. Big three.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Real quick, I will say once they trade KD, and he's gonna have to start. You're not fit to make $53 million coming off the bench.
Which they said KD should be traded in the next week or so. So you're gonna see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like even with Phoenix, if they move, that's a great point. They move KD and then he might just fit into what they need depending on what they get to trade.
Right.
I might see that.
He's still skilled enough to get 22.
I'm gonna give him a chance because y'all said it, man. All right, this the last.
Yeah, I am too. I'm gonna leave him alone.
After this, he in the Westbrook category.
Hey, whoa! Come on.
Where does he fit?
All right, move it here, Joe. Last conversation of the day, last topic of the day. Appreciate y'all for who's still here with us. Please share this joint, get us in the algorithm. We appreciate y'all. This is gonna stay up. It's gonna be on YouTube, Facebook, and IG. It won't be on IG after this, but it will be on YouTube and Facebook. Go to Simpson Elite Media. You'll see it there. Last question, fellas. Is OKC in trouble?
If they lose tonight, they're in trouble.
And I'm gonna say that because game one, you felt like they had it. You know they played good basketball. They turned them over 25 times, and just a bad fourth quarter. Game two, you took care of business. I think they played the same. It just matter of fact, J-Dub played better. And Chet. And then you go into Indy. I think OKC is a really good road team, and it just felt like they just got ran out the gym. Any concerns for tonight's game?
All right, man. I'm gonna start because I had a hot take.
Yeah. Go ahead, get that out the way.
How I feel right now is how I felt when Denver was playing against the Lakers. Right, we was winning all game, on their ass all game, and we gave them our best shot, and they still won. It's one of them things to where, like, if they lose tonight, bro,
Indy's never out of it.
It might get dark.
Definitely gonna get dark. I don't see if they're gonna come back.
Indiana not laying down, man. We go up 3-1. This ain't no like, bro. Indiana embracing the moment, like, nigga, we might not get hit. We gonna rock this year.
Facts.
We gonna rock. While we here, we gonna rock. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking like, bro, no way. There's no way.
Yeah, it gets shaky after this game if they lose. That game 3 was weird to me.
It was
because J-Dub had 26, and it definitely didn't feel like he was cooking with 26. I thought he was selling the whole game. I'm saying, man, J-Dub selling. The whole game I was saying that, and I look at the line, he got 26.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like Chet had 20.
Right.
They had 3 players with 20.
It felt like they offense, like throughout the regular season, like their offense looked like it just flowed. I feel like once they got to the playoffs, it feel like, I don't know, it don't flow the same way. It's like very, I know in the playoffs it slowed down a little bit, but you play Indiana, it ain't really slowing down. You're still playing fast pace. But I feel like OKC, they just haven't found a rhythm yet. I think they just haven't figured Indiana out.
Indiana got more talent.
J-Dub was mic'd up game 3. J-Dub was mic'd up game 3, and he kept saying that, y'all, we got to get out and run. We keep playing against their set defense. I think that's an issue, too. Indiana not giving up no just easy, fast breaks. They really working for their buckets.
That was a
and
by the way.
Being able to switch to it, I think it's hurting them. And I think game 3, they put Siakam on Shea for a bit. I think that kind of disrupted them a little bit. Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah. Because OKC traditionally throughout most of this year, they play kind of slow. They've been more of like a half-court team. So now it's like you trying to match wit with wit, try to run because they run, and we got to get some easy baskets too. Y'all ain't been doing that. Y'all been more so half court. They've been, so it's kind of like what's going on and what Indiana kind of been doing to everybody. They've been shocking teams with the resiliency and the fact that they're gonna run regardless. We don't give a damn what's going on in the game. We pushing the ball. We pushing. We're trying to get a layup. We're trying to, and it's hard to keep that pace all game long. That's why they never out of it. That's why they always coming back, because no matter what's going on, we might be down 15 points. We still playing this way. We still playing fast, and it's hard to keep pace with that. That's why these teams they damn near look like they tired. They can't. It's like you running them out the gym, and we playing 8-9 guys. Can you match that? And not every NBA team can. Barely any NBA team can match it. Yeah. And we gotta remember. Okay, it's not like OKC has been good all year. They've been elite all year. Indiana has been elite since they've been the second best team since December. So they're a really, really good basketball team too. So it's not like they just coming out of nowhere. They elite too. They've been Indiana been the second best team since December. OKC just been the first. So this is really literally the best 2 teams in the East and West.
They're more talented to me. They're deeper, and they it's just as feisty on defense too, and they run like they. This is a really good team.
Yeah. I don't think they deeper.
No, they are. They are.
I don't think so.
Sure.
I don't think so.
Who's deeper?
OKC go about 15.
No.
That play.
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah.
Indiana's a deeper team.
No.
So they who bringing Bryant off the bench? Thomas Bryant?
No, they got Obi Toppin off the bench. They got Mathurin off the bench. McConnell
and
off
that's
the
it.
bench. Thomas Bryant off the bench. No,
that's
they
it.
Got what's the light skinned guy with the fro? The guard.
Shepard.
They got 5 dudes off the bench.
And OKC got about 5 or 6 too.
Yeah.
They about year though.
Yeah. They about even. If anything, they're about even. Like they play, they use their bench. You gonna see 5 dudes sitting down, 5 coming in. That's just what it is.
My thing is, I don't think OKC coach is scheming as hard as Indiana. Indiana coach they've been working, man. They don't do the same shit every day. They okay, this ain't working. We need to hurry up and.
But How much would you scheme if you won 68 games doing this?
So, but
and that's part of what it is like, hey, we've been the best team all year. We just gotta run our stuff the right way. Then we're gonna win. You know what I mean? That's part of that what goes into that. I'm not saying they right for thinking that way, but I think that's part of what he's thinking. Like, hey, we've been dominating the NBA all year doing this. We just gotta run it right.
It's 2-1 right now.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Indiana definitely stepped up the intensity, and OKC didn't get nothing from their bench. Like Slick said, they didn't get nothing from the bench that third game, 0.
Yeah, Mathurin had 27 off the bench.
27 off the bench.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Like they don't.
Okay,
go ahead, AJ. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, good. I was gonna wrap it up, but go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you good. Wrap it up. You good.
So starting with Zell. Zell, who you got tonight's game?
I got OKC.
Mike.
OKC.
Garrett.
I'm gonna take OKC tonight. I think they tie it up.
Oh, you got Oklahoma.
Shim.
I'm gonna say OKC because I won a game 7.
Marcus.
Because I'm watching it right now. I'm going Indiana.
I got the Pacers.
Slick, who you got?
The Pacers.
And I am going Pacers as well. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate the guys on the panel for being here. We definitely went a little bit longer than expected. I think it was a KD thing, but I'm gonna make sure I do better next time. And as always, stay elite.
Fun, living in the field. What work for you might not work for me. I dropped everything when it chased my dream. Thought I was